Hey friends, it's David Miller. I am talking to you from my studio, Primordial Creative. Different room in my house, different room in my home studio. I wanted you to see a little bit more of what's around here because my house is pretty much art room, art room, art room, art room, art room. Some of it has to do with me, some of it has to do with my wife, Vesna, some of it has to do with my children. But we live in a space that has art on every single wall. Behind me are masks that I created at Mesa Art Center. I was a teacher and also a ceramic student there from, I say, back to 2008 through 2016, 2017. And these masks are all I have left. I made hundreds of masks there. That was part of my output alongside the photography. But you know what? Ceramics actually damaged my hands in a way that is very difficult to keep making it when you're having hand damage. But I've got a new class that I'm taking there. It's a screen printing workshop. It is with John Arvizu, a friend of mine, local printmaking artist, great guy. I have a piece of art that he created based off of one of my photographs a few years ago. And I liked that style so much that I've been wanting for years to create a screen printed series. So this is the week that I'm finally working on it. First, I'm going to show you a piece that I got in Mesa. I did not make this. This is something that I picked up in a store called Bookman's, where I get a lot of my cameras secondhand, but this is a screen print of Kurt Vonnegut. Found this screen printed poster, 18 bucks. Love it so much. Haven't hung it in the house yet, but believe me, it's going to go up. I wanted to create poster artwork that's along the lines of this. And of course, I'm going to incorporate my model photography into it. So I had these films printed up today. A lot of these are of Mackenzie Eccles, Sky K. Blue. There's a little bit of Alina Lee, Araya Heaton, Riley, and my wife Vesna on this particular sheet. This is a 16 by 30 inch piece of film. It's all positives. You use this on a photographic emulsion screen, and then that becomes your negative and you run your inks through that. This isn't my first experience screen printing. I did this back in college at ASU 2005. I never really got anything good out of it. It was like this really difficult process that involved ortholithofilm, very expensive material. And we used to have to book a specific darkroom really late at night, like 1 a.m. and go and mess around with films. I did not like that process at all. And I know that there was digital ways to print films back then, but the teachers I had at ASU would give you a bad grade if you did something like that. So the workshop I'm taking is in two parts. The first part was last Saturday, and for a demo, I just kicked out this Kermit the Frog with some tentacles. I usually use Kermit for all my demo stuff when I'm learning a process. And even though it's been about 15 years since I've done it, it's real easy to understand, and I never forgot how to do the process. I just never followed up on it. I also wanted to show you some block printing I did in the past. This was probably 2010, 2011, using the linocut method where you cut into a block of linoleum. That was based off one of my early portraits that I did, first set of models around Phoenix. I'm real excited to see what all these years have led me to. I've been to many exhibits of like Andy Warhol prints in museums, and I just think I have a better vision for what this stuff is supposed to look like, and also how to make it somewhat meaningful and not so random. But beyond that, when I made my films, I was able to select from, years and years and years of portraits. Not that I picked the very best material for the work, but I was able to pick material that was, I think, aesthetically good enough for what I have to do. It isn't like in 2010 where I only did, 6-7 months worth of portraits before I did linocuts. It isn't like 2005 where I did no portraits at all and was making screen prints based off of school assignments, which is never like a good way to make artwork. So real excited. I'll have some results of that on Saturday. I'm sure I'm gonna make a YouTube video about it. Besides the screen printing, I have picked up new gear. I've got a lot of new gear, but this is the one I'm going to talk about here. This is a VR360 camera that's going to be in one of the next episodes of Camera Quest. And I've made stickers of one of my more popular pieces on Instagram. This is Alina Lee in House of Leather styling. It's from an 80s retro glam shoot we did exactly a year ago. But this one is a particular image that it's the most popular one on Instagram ever. So I went ahead and went through Sticker Mule, company that makes these cool vinyl stickers. One of the things I've stepped up this year as far as the Etsy shop goes is making sure that it has a bunch of freebies in every package that I make and send out to people. I know that I get packages from other vendors and it has freebies like stickers, like a coaster, like a magnet. And I really appreciate that, and I love buying from people again and again if they're gonna give me extra stuff. So that's kind of where this vinyl sticker comes in. I do this in a mini comic in every single package I've been sending out on my Patreon and my Etsy for the last month, and it's been a lot of fun. The last thing I'm able to talk about is I did 150 boxes with Instax Mini in them for Artomat. Artomat are recycled vending machines that take cigarette-sized pieces of artwork. So oftentimes it's in a wooden block format, but I have so many Instax Minis that I approached Artomat, sent a prototype where this box has a little bit of a stamp on it, and inside is a stand and a unique Instax Mini. So they're not mass-produced Instax Minis. They're ones from fashion shoots I did mostly when I had a studio a few years ago. And you know what? I love selling my artwork for premium prices, and I love when people buy them for that, but there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds that will never sell unless I do them through some kind of discounted bulk purchase like Artomat. So I made 150 of these dudes, and they're off to Artomat vending machines around the world. Actually, mostly Las Vegas. That's the place that buys the most of my stuff. Las Vegas and Santa Fe. Very proud to be a Southwestern artist. I don't know if all my art fits into the Southwestern aesthetic as people expect it to be, but I am super pleased that not just in the Phoenix metro, but in the places around Phoenix, around Arizona, I have artwork that people can pick up for something as cheap as $5, and it has all my contact info in there. So, you know, that's a weird way to build a fan base. Again, it fits in with the zines, it fits in with the stickers, this sort of like lo-fi aesthetic. That's the space I found myself in over the years. Absolutely happy to be there. That's my people, you know, artwork that a normal human being can afford. That's where I want to be. Anyways, thanks for watching this. Thanks for catching up. I have multiple camera quests coming soon. I did a few shoots recently. I have 3 in the week coming up. And then over spring break, I have like 10 shoots in a variety of cities. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Stick around. Talk to you next time.